Okay, I've gotten some questions for readings. Let me just kind of go through them and see what we have. Can you read if any action, let me see, will be taken against Trump in regards to his mob-type threats to Cohen and his family? Okay. Will action be taken against Trump for his threats? What will happen with Trump due to his threats? Okay, will anything happen to Trump due to his threats? Well, talking about the dealings in the world that have to do, with his money, all those other things, the emotion of it, maybe this is Trump. Let's look at a few more cards and see. Oh yeah, something being offered, trying to be disarming them. So I would say that has to do with Trump. I think this has to do with Trump, his threatening the guy's wife, which is emotional, threatening his father-in-law. Maybe it has to do with that. That offer, to disarm them. Maybe it has to do with some of their dealings. Maybe they were involved in dark money dealings. He's threatening to out them for dark money dealings. Okay, that's the challenge. Okay. Ooh. Justice. I think that, in this case, the outcome is the justice is going to deal with this in some manner. Okay. I think they're looking at ones that Trump is sending out to be spokesman for him. I don't know, maybe this is Giuliani because he's so stupid and infantile. On the page, kind of infantile, and he's running around, making all these things. And again, they're trying to threatening Manafort with them being out in the cold, Same thing again. Same thing. King of Cups again. Yeah. The thing is to look at these and to really be able to start something to bring it together with that. I don't know if it's fearful about the opportunity. Well, they see he's doing a lot of intimidation. But I think they're more interested in his dealings, his overseas dealings. Because the woman, I think this has to do with more the judge in New York. Okay. Although Manafort is from New York too. I think that, you know, Trump and Giuliani think they're pretty smug in what they're doing and how they're bringing these things forward. I think they really think that they're protected in it. And that Trump and the oligarchs have a big system of people. And that, you know, again, they're trying to intimidate them to, you know, take away from their wealth, their money, their position. They're trying to hang them up. Okay. Well, we see that's what he's been doing, but is he going to face consequences with it? And from what I saw with this was more like they're going after him and his dealings, you know, not so much for this intimidation as they're following too many other leads when it comes to Trump. Let's see if anything's going to happen with Giuliani from what he's saying. Let's look at I think Trump, they've got bigger fish to fry with Trump, you know. And also that Manafort has, he's still been lying. You know, he hasn't been forthright. So I think that they're maybe not too overly concerned with it. But let's see if it's, you know, is anything going to happen with Giuliani from his threats and stuff, making these threats? Will they hold Giuliani accountable at all for what he's been doing with these threats? Will they hold Giuliani accountable at all? Yeah, it looks like with Trump, the threats are, you know, he's a lot of big talk all the time. They got bigger fish to fry with him. And Manafort's kind of cooked his own goose by lying after they gave him a chance to tell the truth, but he hasn't been. You know, I think Manafort is more afraid of not Trump and what they're saying. He's afraid of the Russians. You know, he's in with the Russian mafia and all of that type of thing, and I think Manafort's more worried about the Russian. Okay. Well, you know, I think they're looking at Giuliani's actions. Okay. Because, you know, Giuliani's supposed to be a lawyer. He's not supposed to be out there doing strong-arm things like this, like he's doing. So let's look and see what else. They see that Giuliani is in league with these things. You know, I think Giuliani is, you know, he's in league with them and he's bound by whatever it is they're telling him. He's just, you know, traipsing along with it. Again, There's so many things I think that they're looking at, Mueller and them, trying to tie up all these loose ends with this stuff. There's just so many things happening, and this is part of the complication. Is there's just so many wells to choose from. Pick a hole, you know. They're just and of course Giuliani isn't helping it any either. His cup is overflowing with all the crap he's doing. His cup is overflowing and things are moving. He keeps trying to put things as a warrior in a stalemate, trying to, always Giuliani is doing what he can to stall the investigations or to throw him off track. It's the burden he's carrying, and he thinks he's doing it for the higher good. What an idiot. An idiot. Thinks he's doing it. And he's a little worried about what he's doing. Yet it may have some ramifications. It could have some ramifications, He's supposed to be a lawyer. This is not stuff you're supposed to be doing, engaging in. There may be some consequences for this. When things come to a head, okay, there's going to be some kind of karmic justice there. Looks like there will be some kind of karmic thing. And that doesn't matter how much that, Giuliani tries to ferry him through. The world is watching, and they see what's going on. And he can't run away from the things that he's been doing. This nonsense he's been saying. They know he's working for the Republican agenda. That he's in that household. And again, that with the investigation, they're going to be looking at, just how deep is Giuliani into things. Is he getting paid off? What, how deep is he in this? Okay, how deep is he in it? Yeah, because they're busy shining light on everybody that's involved in this drama. Okay. Keep coming up with the woman that's involved with this. Yeah. So it looks like maybe he'll face some kind of justice ramifications. Exactly what, I don't know. Doesn't say exactly what's going to happen with him, but other than that, some kind of justice is going to take place. But what that justice is, I don't know. I don't know whether they'll take away his law license or what, or, just the fact that he's made himself look like such a fool. Oh my God. Giuliani is just such a... Oh, God. You can't even look at these guys, They're just so smarmy. Smarmy guys. But let's look and see what else we have for question. I think that, as far as Trump's concerned, they've got bigger fish to fry with collusion and all the other stuff, You know, I think that part of it goes for part of that, because he's trying to shut down the investigation, do whatever he can to hinder it. So in that aspect, I would say, yeah, they're going to go after him in some degree. I don't think it'll be specifically because he's, you know, having Giuliani say those things to Manafort, but I think for something they will. That's part of his collusion and trying to stop everything. Let's see what else we had. What was the other one? Okay, that one's done. What drives women like Kellyanne Conway and Ann Coulter? Why are they so angry at the world? I don't think it's that they're so angry at the world. I think it's just that they'll sell their soul for the almighty dollar. Kellyanne Conway had nothing good to say about Trump until she started working for him. Okay? She sold her soul for the dollar. She doesn't care who she works for as long as she's got money. That's all. Okay? So I think that's where that's at. It's not that they're mad at the world or she's any big believer in him. It's just she's a believer in green money. Okay. Will Trump resign? I'll read the cards, but I don't see him resigning. Trump resigning, walking away? I don't think so, because he knows the minute he's out of there that they can at that point bring him up on charges. But I'll go ahead and do. Will Trump resign? Will Trump resign and walk away? Will Trump resign and walk away? Will Trump resign and walk away from the White House? Trump giving up being the most powerful man in the world? This failed con artist? Somehow I don't see that happening. I think he's still in delusion that he's self-satisfied and smug, that he's going to make things change. Okay? He's drunk on power, even though he gets thwarted at every turn. Yeah, he's in total illusion and delusion. Okay? I think this is like fantasy that he'll walk away. I think he's got so many things, you know. Yeah. He's not really even in the presidency, really. What does he do there except for throw tantrums and go play golf? Okay. You know, he's still got all his supporters and backers, you know, that he's trying to appease. Okay. I think he thinks that the supporters and backers he have keep him, you know, encased in this iron, that they keep him somehow safe, that he's under the delusion that they'll keep him safe. He's still thinking he's going to have a victory behind the scenes. He's crazy. He's just crazy. But things are, you know, things are heating up and things are coming crashing down around his head. So, you know, in one hand, he's under this false delusion that he can really manifest and make things change. And in the other hand, it's kind of like a split personality. One side he's in this fantasy delusion, and the other side, things are going and the tower's burning. Okay? Yeah, I think he's in this illusion of when he's young and things are just going to be righted. Okay? I think he runs away in his mind. I think he runs away. He's in fantasy. He's in this child thing that, things are going to right themselves. Somehow, some way, he's going to get out. That, he thinks he just needs to hold strong for his base supporters. He thinks he needs to hold strong for them. Okay? And not give in. And again, here we have the magician. He's always had the fantasy life and always found some way to snake his way through. Always has found some con way to sneak his way through. But Mueller has got everything tied up. Mueller's got everything tied up. And I think that Trump he doesn't understand, he doesn't see just how he's on his way out. He's already wounded, he's on his way out, and he doesn't see any of it. Okay? The challenge is too, I think this is Pelosi. She's already won a temporary thing. She's already won a temporary reprieve for that. And I think this is driving him to even more childishness. Okay? It's driving him even more childishness. Okay? Judgment. I think things are coming behind the scenes, apprenticing, working, that people are looking at what's coming, and he's already being judged. Okay? Yeah. Too many emotions and judgment coming. Too many emotions and judgment coming. I think, the tower's falling. His dealings, the way that he did with people, with the shutdown of the government, it's taken its toll. I think some of his supporters are walking away after that. That they're starting to see that, all he's talking is coming from absolutely madness and craziness. Whatever he's talking is absolute nonsense. And so I think people are getting worried now that they're going to, that all his talking is bravado. What he's giving out has been nothing but heartache for people. So, no, I don't think he's going to walk away. He's really deluded. He's delusional. Trump is just delusional. Okay, let's just say it like it is. He's in fantasy land. He does not have all the oars in the water. Okay? It's bad enough he was never the brightest bulb in the pack, although he thinks, I went to an Ivy League school, I know everything, yet his teacher said he was the dumbest person he ever taught. Okay? He grew up with money. He's never been without money, although he filed bankruptcy how many times, but he kept getting bailed out. He doesn't know the real world. He's always managed to snake and crook his way out of stuff. He's never had to pay consequences other than a fine somewhere. And he's under the illusion and delusion, it'll be the same thing here this time. He'll get a fine, he'll get something. All he has to do is keep spouting the same lie. And he thinks that it's enough that he's got his, diehard Trump supporters that will believe it, and that's going to be enough to get him out of trouble and carry him through. And he is really sadly mistaken. But to walk away and resign, I don't see it. No. I don't see it. He's too delusional. He can do no wrong. Like he said, he could shoot somebody in the middle of the street and he'd still have his supporters. He can do no wrong. And he is just absolutely, like I said, total narcissistic, and just, he's psychologically bankrupt. So, yeah, no, I don't see him walking away. Would be nice if he would. It would save us the trouble, but no. No such luck. No such luck. Then he'd have to admit defeat, and he will never do that. He'll blame everything on somebody else. And if he walked away, he'd have to take that on himself, and he won't do that. Okay, I don't see him doing that. So let's see what else we have here. Let me pull this up. Where'd it go? Beep. Okay. Will Don Jr. be the fall guy for Daddy and Ivanka? And has Giuliani and Trump been working with Mueller on a way for Trump to resign and not be indicted? Oh, no, No. They've got too much on him. He's going down for tax evasion and money laundering and all of that. He's not going to be able to walk away. And Don Jr., I don't know about being a fall guy. No, I think they're all going to go down. I think they'll all go down. Don Jr. is just one little part. Okay. So I don't think, no, as far as him being the fall guy. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, no. They're all going down. Are the Republicans going to let Trump shut down the government again? Well, let's see what the cards say. I don't see that they would allow that to happen again. Not after the rigmarole he just put them through. And I'm sure that all those Republicans are getting calls from everyone in their district to get that damn government open. Okay? So, but let's see. Are the Republicans going to allow Trump to shut down the government again? What will the Republicans do? Let's do this. What will the Republicans do if Trump wants to try to do another shutdown? What will the Republicans do if Trump tries to do another shutdown? I don't think he'd try another shutdown. I think he'll try doing the emergency thing, declaring it an emergency and try to take money from other avenues. I think that's what he's got up his sleeve. But let's see. Excuse me. What will... Yeah. No. Too many of them, they'll hang him up. They wouldn't let him shut down the government again. I don't think so. No. They band together and say, this is not going. Let's see. I think if this is when, again, Trump thinks he's king. But I think that this is, rather than Trump thinking he's king and he's going to get away with it, I think they're rather going to be the trouble for Trump. Okay, because this is kind of like the one that's crossing him. What's crossing it? Okay. So, we've got Trump here wanting to hang it up again, but we've got the too many people against that idea. Again, Trump, they're going to strong-arm him. He's going to try to move things along, but they're going to, you know, this is such an emotional issue that okay, there's going to be a strength. What's moving ahead forward. Some are standing up and again looking at issues and going forward. You know, I think some people are going to be wanting to stand up. I think this is the younger people coming in the House now that are looking towards the future. You know, they're going to be in there talking against these things. When it comes to Trump, yeah, too many people will be against that. Okay, they'll put an end to that. They go, no, we did this once. And, yeah, again, to tie it up, this is usually, I see this usually as Republicans things. They're going to tie that up and say, no, no. Yeah, no, people need their money. People need their money. It's too much of an emotional issue. People need their money again. Again, we have him sitting there thinking he's going to push things forward, but there will be those that will be offering other things. And this investigation is going to start to put an end to some of this stuff too. I think, you know, we're coming towards the end of the investigation. Things are going to start heating up so much, you know, that, yeah. People want to see the values brought back. The younger people coming into the House are going to be speaking up more. Okay. The victory is going to come but through some major major happenings, but I don't think it has to do with Trump and things. I think it's going to be shifts when it comes to the House and the Senate. Things are going to start shifting. People want to see the justice, you know. They want to see something coming out, strong people fighting for that rather than this nonsense, okay? Yeah, no. We have, again, holding together for the American values, and what he's doing is not American values, okay? And there's going to be the burden crossing that more and more stuff is coming out to seeing the light of day. So, yeah, no, I think this was Trump's last hurrah with shutting down the government. I think his next plan of attack is going to be call a state of emergency and try to take the funding from somewhere else, just denude a lot of other programs. But I think that that's not going to happen either. That'll go into the courts and that'll get shut down as well. So that's what I see for this reading. Hopefully the cards are right on that, and hopefully I've read them right. But we'll see what we will see. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a great evening. And thanks for tuning in, and I will see you online. hope. Have a great evening.